Hey Ethan, I want to leave you some feedback on your paper. So I have it pulled up here so we can walk through it. The first thing that I do when I grade a research paper is I just scan through it. That's the first thing that I do. And because I'm looking for how you're using your sources and how they're scattered throughout your paper. And what I noticed here is that you only use direct quotes. So I see your first one here. And I also want to point out you're doing on every single one, you're doing the first, the last name, and the title. And that's not all needed. You simply could have just put 72 and you could have just put Ripley. You want to vary up how you're using your sources, but all this information is for your Works Cited page. So you don't need to give all that information in every single one because it becomes a little bit redundant. But so you have a very good thesis paragraph. We knew that going into this because you worked really hard on that. But here's another example of you just have a direct quote. And you say according to first name and last name, and then you have the title, paragraph 6, and you don't need all of that information. I'm not noticing any big grammatical issues, and your body paragraphs do support your thesis. You do have the organization, but you just aren't using your sources enough. Right here, according to first name, last name, there's the title, just a direct quote. Book, just a direct quote. So if you go to right here, where it's the biggest one, you have paraphrase, summary, and quotations, and I only see quotes, so I can't grade you very high on that because you only have 1/3 of that component. So it's really important that you rely on paraphrasing, summarizing, and quoting. So that's going to be my biggest feedback to you, is that you need to go back and not with this one, but when you go forth with your next paper, you're going to have to make sure that you use something other than direct quotations. You don't have your hanging indent here. You do on the others. I don't see where you put the date accessed. You have to put the date that you accessed these. And I'm also not seeing where you used an interview. You were to have a personal interview. So that's my feedback with this. Overall, you have a good writing style and good organization. But if you have any questions about my feedback or the rubric, then let me know.